Hey guys, Godzilla Island here for the Major Squad with the unboxing of the Topps 1988 card series, Dinosaurs Attack. Now, this series, like I said, is from 1988. They're pretty available and easy to find online. You can find them on eBay, Mercari. You pretty much find complete sets all over. This Dinosaur Attacks series was a follow-up to the Mars Attacks trading card series. It may sound familiar. Tim Burton made a movie in the 90s called Mars Attack, which was indeed based on that Topps trading card series. And he was actually supposed to make a Dinosaurs Attack movie prior to Mars Attack, but Steven Spielberg decided he was going to make Jurassic Park, and Tim Burton opted to go with Mars Attack over Dinosaurs Attack. Alright, so here's a little card guide here. Let me open that up. We'll get all these guys out first. Get that tape off so we don't get a card. So here is our first card in the set, which is the checklist. Your typical checklist with a little synopsis. Now, besides the Tim Burton movie that never happened, there was a comic series for this that they attempted to make in 1991. Eclipse Comics was a company that did that series, and it ran for, I believe, 4 issues, and then they stopped. It wasn't getting much success at the time, but in 2013, IDW decided they were going to continue the series, so they picked it up and they released the remaining issues. They finished off the series, and it later was released in a graphic novel volume, which I am currently reading, and I'm kind of disappointed Tim Burton decided not to make this movie, because it's super over-the-top sci-fi, and I think it would have been a great movie. I mean, I know Mars Attacks is a cult classic, and everybody loves it, but, you know, there's been, in my opinion, not a lot of dinosaur movies. We've had a lot of Jurassic Park and a lot of like cheap super B movies, but we haven't had a lot of mainstream movies, because for some reason a lot of people are scared that they can't hold a light up to Jurassic Park and Jurassic World. Now that the Jurassic World movies are done, I'm hoping that we start seeing some movies, and who knows, maybe Dinosaurs Attack will make its comeback. Alright, so back to this unboxing. So overall there's 55 cards and 11 stickers, as it says here. I'm assuming this pack that they put on the side was a sticker, so you know what, we'll go with this first. We have the Allosaurus sticker. Now, this series was meant to be, like I said, the Mars Attack series, which is very gory, kind of a parody. It was to pay tribute to the 1950s B movies, dinosaur movies, and all that. And pretty cool to get a little bio on the Allosaurus. Really cool. I'm gonna have to go through all these bios once I'm done with these videos. Really cool. So there's the Allosaurus sticker. Here's the Ankylosaurus. One of my personal favorite dinosaurs, actually. Reminds me of Ankylos, Godzilla's buddy. Alright. Now, in the comic books, the Allosaurus is one of the first two dinosaurs to appear, actually. Let's see. Here's the Dimetrodon. Another one of my favorites, actually. Huge. That bust doesn't stand a chance. The comic book, from what I've been reading so far, has been super graphic. It starts off pretty tame, but once the dinosaurs come into play, it gets super violent, super gory. I mean, you can see just on these stickers, he's got this woman in his mouth and her intestines are dripping out. He's got guys at his feet bleeding. Brontosaurus. Pretty cool. I really like these bios that they do on the back of the cards. Oof, that's pretty dark. Parasaurus eating a baby. Yes, one of the first monsters that I said appears, dinosaurs that appears in the comic book, is the Allosaurus, and it attacks a school. And it eats a substitute teacher that was teaching a history lesson on dinosaurs going extinct, ironically. Plesiosaurus eating a scuba diver. Really cool. Pteranodon eating a cowboy. Tons of decapitation and dismemberment in this series and this card set. Like, just impalement. Like, there's nothing that's a super simple, brutal kill. They don't just swallow anybody whole. It's always something hanging out. This one's just eating a light post. There's nothing violent going on in this picture, actually. This is the most tame card so far. The Trachodon. That's a different one, actually. I've never heard of that one. The Triceratops. You know somebody's going to be impaled on the horn. Stomping on a guy. This guy with the pistol doesn't stand a chance. There's always that one guy. Even that, like the first cop in The Beast from 20,000 Fathoms, he just so casually strolls up to the Rhedosaurus and gets gnawed on. And speaking of that movie, that's actually how I got turned on to this. I was doing a little research on the Rhedosaurus and The Beast from 20,000 Fathoms. I found out he is actually featured in this card set along with the other movie monsters. Well, the T-Rex is eating a skateboard dude. Pretty cool. Alright, so that's all the stickers from the subset. 11 stickers. Now, there was, when they did the comic release back in the 90s, there was a subset released for the comics that were exclusive to the comics. That's not included with any of these sets. I actually haven't sought those out just yet. I wanted to go through these and actually see what I think about them myself. And just based off the sticker so far, I'm digging it. The comic book, I just legit started today. And I'm loving the story. Super sci-fi. Alright, so this is a forward card. This is the one that was telling you all the stickers and all that. Really cool. So, I'm going to go into the story of the comic book a little here while I'm going through these cards. In the comic book, there's a scientist, Dr. Elias Thorne, and he invented this right here. It's called the Prometheus Space Station, and he's got this ray here that he tested on the moon prior to his experiment. Basically what this ray does is it generates anything that has happened on Earth or anywhere all across time. Some multiple atomic radiation that they use to see in the past, and it's supposed to appear on a screen on the space station. Well, it doesn't go quite as planned. It turns out Dr. Elias has like multiple personalities or something, and his evil personality has access to telekinetic powers, and it screws up the space station. It shoots Earth after the experiment gets delayed, and it ends up not just generating it on a screen, but the dinosaurs begin coming through Earth from 300 million years ago. So that's pretty cool. This is the Space Station Prometheus card. And these are all the space shuttles that the scientists and media took to the spaceship. Oh, this is really cool. So throughout the comic book even, and you know what's crazy is these cards came out 6-7 years prior to the comic. They have tons of newspaper articles, and you could read them all. I'm not going to go into reading every single card, but I'm mainly going to look at the art here. All right. Next up. So yeah, this is similar to the comic book too. Once he gets the experiment going, these eyes show up on the screen, and he said he felt like a dark presence, and these eyes were the dark presence. I don't know if it's his second personality or what, but really cool. So this one is the Washington Globe, the New York Enquirer, all these different newspapers. I just want to slide these stickers up there. We'll get these guys out of the way. All these cards are in great shape too. For cards from 1988, these cards are 34 years old. No, it's even older than 1988. What did I say? I said 1984. No, it is 88. Never mind. Sorry, guys. I'm getting forgetful here. So it's 34 years old. I'm 33. The past has come alive. Really cool. So one of the first dinosaurs that they see is a tall brontosaurus looking type of thing at the Verrazano Bridge, and that's what this, they pretty much follow the cards like. I guess they called it the Behemoth in reference to the movie The Behemoth. I've actually never seen that one, and I want to check it out. I'm curious if in that movie they do go to the Verrazano Bridge. Oh, this is the exact frame almost from the comic book as well. The Allosaurus in the high school eating the substitute teacher and the students. It was actually more gruesome than the comic so far. Really, really crazy, man. I mean, here we got a police precinct assault stegosaurus smacking a police officer's eye out and his skull open. Really cool. I'm really digging these cards. Oh, this was Washington, D.C., attacked by the pterodactyls, pterosaurs, whatever, pteranodons. In the comics, the vice president is having a press conference when the news of these early dinosaurs attacks coming. He's saying he needs hard evidence, and then DC becomes overrun with a swarm of the poor Dorgo getting crushed. That's not nice. We can see humans get dismembered, but when you bring a dog into it, that's just not right. Right, everyone? Pretty cool. I mean, I really like the art on these cards so far, and they are in fantastic shape. 34-year-old cards that were stored who knows where. Nuptial Nightmare, Triceratops impaling the bride and groom. Cake is destroyed. Pinewood Landing, Long Island. I am from Long Island. Never heard of Pinewood Landing. I gotta Google it. This reception card was actually in the magazine, in the comic book as well. I mean, it's crazy how much the comic references. Oh, now this is where I stopped reading the comic, the Italy Under Siege. It's pretty much, in the comic book, it looks more like Rhedosaurus fighting Reptilicus, but this looks like sort of like Rhedosaurus and the giant behemoth. They got the Italian grandma here, like, oh no, the Leaning Tower of Pisa. It's okay, I could do the bad Italian imitation because I'm very Italian, guys. I'm really digging these cards. I like this one a lot. This is one of my favorite cards so far. I'd say that, and the Past Has Come Alive card for the Verrazano Bridge Assault. Oh, I guess I'm spoiling the comic for myself here. Trapped in the basement. This looks like a bunch of Allosauruses attacking a bunch of kids that were hiding out in their basement. Teenagers. You got a lady with her baby there. This guy's just got his guts hanging out. Oh. Helpless, we're trapped in the basement. Air running low, monsters burrow out of the ground every night to eat us. Oh. I don't know how they're running out of air. I mean, there's a window right there, but I don't know. That's just me wondering what's going on there. Panic in the Stadium. Something exciting's got to happen in a baseball game, right, guys? I'm a hockey fan, so I'm very biased when it comes to my sports. To me, baseball's a snooze fest compared to hockey. Really cool. Guys hanging out. There's always look, half a guy hanging out in his hand there. Let's see if they're focusing a little better. There we go. Yeah. Ooh, Rock Concert Carnage. I don't know what those are. These guys, they're like long neck green dinosaurs. Oh, this is pretty cool. It's like a live action. Oh, that's pretty funny. That's really good. Some rockers duding out. Lunch break. Some two parasaurs just wrecking a school bus. I mean, no, like I said, like almost like in Mars Attack. Nobody is safe in this series. Kids, old people, babies, pets. Not a single living thing is safe in this series. And I like it, you know. Gotta keep it real sometimes. The Colonial Shred. Oh boy. Let's see. This guy is just getting ripped in half by, I don't know, these guys look like bobbleheads, honestly, the way their heads are. They look like tyrannosaurs. U.S. Army Official Dispatch. Oh, took place in New Jersey. Wow. Really cool. Every card has like a cool like newspaper article or note or some sort of thing attached. The Heartland Horror. This Ankylosaurus is tearing up this horse here and smacking this farmer. The pterodons, the petrodons, or whatever. Pterodactyls flying away some cows. I mean, yeah, I guess, you know, the tail's course on an ankylosaurus. I'm like, how is this tail smacking this guy's guts open? But I guess if it hit him hard enough. Damn. Like I said, no kill is simple and clean. Ooh. This looks like Gorgo here. Blue water savage death. That looks like Gorgo to me. Wow. Very cool. I'm wondering if that'll make an appearance in the comics. Luxury liner sunk by aquatic reptile. Very cool. Going through these cards is just getting me really excited to finish this comic series. Tourist Trap. Mount Rushmore. Eyes getting poked out by these pterodactyls. Guy hanging out of the mouth there. It's a pterodon nest. Interesting. Very cool. Very, very cool. Madness in the streets. This blind guy has no clue what's going on. He's just like about to walk into this thing's mouth. And everyone else is fighting. You got construction workers. Awesome, awesome. A lot of horizontal cards in this set. So far I've only got 5 vertical cards. Bashing the BMT. Ooh. This looks like a Godzilla-like monster. Green spines. Picking up the train. This guy's getting electrocuted by the 3rd rail down here. And plus it's thundering out and lightning. This is a pretty cool card. Got a newspaper story on the back. Oh. Fast food frenzy. Burger barn. Looks a lot like a certain place to me. Damn. Really cool. Lunch break breakers face sudden death. The behemoth fries. You get caught on the electric wires there. Typical monster movie thing that they do. Godzilla with the electric wires. This guy's getting shocked here. This guy's cooked, stomped on, blood dripping down here. We have like a little radio station here, a little radio report. A gigantic iguanodon attacked the Steinhauer power plant. It was literally roasted alive by high tension wires. Officials expect the plant to be working at full capacity by tomorrow morning, barring any additional dinosaur trouble. In a moment, the weather. Alright, pretty cool. We got radio reports here. We are at card 23 right now. We're just about at the halfway mark here. The perfect wave. This is really cool. Surfer's riding on this dude's head and he's like, oh boy, he's in for it now. Alright, London inflamed. Ooh, I don't know what this thing is. It looks like a stegosaurus but with a ton of spikes on it. fire. It looks like almost back here a Brontosaurus almost, but not quite. Yeah, all these people impaled on this thing. This guy's jumping from the fire just to a spiky death. Oh, these poor people couldn't win. This lady looked like she did the same thing. She's lit on fire. Really crazy. Now we're getting some vertical cards here. Days of the Duckbill. This guy's friendly firing on his own dude because the boat got flipped. They were duck hunting. And ironically, they got killed in a duckbill accident. Pretty cool. Alright, next up we have the Coasting to Calamity. I'm not sure if this is a Beast from the 20,000 Fathoms reference, because at the end of the movie, yep, New York Times, at the end of the movie, they kill the Rhedosaurus at Coney Island and trap him kind of like in the roller coaster at Coney Island. Pretty cool. Oh, this is really cool, this card. The Soviets versus the Dimetrodon. I love that they made the Dimetrodon gigantic in this series. Look at this thing. Badass. You got the Soviet tanks, helicopters, jets. Didn't stand a chance. Oh, this has to be a spoiler card here. Saurian Secrets. So I guess this green guy is Dr. Thorne's dark presence that he's been feeling, and it's the eyes that popped up on the screen. Prometheus log, that's the ship. Interesting. I was gonna read it, but then I'm like, I don't want to spoil it for myself here. Alright. Next up we have Monster in the Museum. Just having a hard time getting that one to focus up here. There we go. T-Rex eating the dinosaur bone exhibit, it looks like. Oh, another Prometheus log. Interesting. We have 2 Prometheus logs in a row. Oh, a kid strikes back. Look at this. Oh, this is pretty cool. There's a little tiny girl blowing this dino's guts out with a rocket launcher. And a little baby in the stroller with a crowbar. Is it with a crowbar, or is he just got his hand? No, he just has his hands up and he's crying. Pretty cool. Not really an... I guess it's like an article. No newspaper linked to it. Oh, this next guy, our forces flattened. Ooh, that guy has seen better days. Oof. And that just sums up this card series, though. I mean, it's just brutal. I mean, nobody gets killed nicely, like I've said. Look at this. U.S. Army official dispatch. General Frank Manchester was killed in service of his country and species. Death was apparently caused by the heavy footfall of a theropod dinosaur. Wow. Awesome. Ooh, this one's pretty funny. A cat lady's revenge blowing this dino's eye out. It looks like it's a Metrodon. It's got like a fin there. Or you can see all the cats crawling all over the house though still. So I guess it didn't get all our cats. But crazy cat lady with the shotgun. Oh, Mastic Long Island. Oh my god. That is a real Long Island location, guys. That's pretty funny. If you guys are from around here, though, you all know about Mastic. Manhattan Island swamped. Oh, that's pretty cool. Alligators, something in the water, Twin Towers back there, and these giant dragonfly looking things. These are one of the first things you see in the comic book, actually. That comes up on the screen on the Space Station Prometheus. You haven't actually seen them in person yet, but that is one of the first prehistoric things that they show, is the giant insects. Animal Wars. Ugh. This is interesting. You got a gorilla getting carried away by a pterodon, petrodon. A lion getting eaten by an allosaurus, and it looks like the lion might have been eating the guy underneath him. The zookeeper and a cheetah or a leopard is just chilling up there on top. Like I said, these cards have been in fantastic shape. I'm going to try to shift these up. Don't waste too much time doing this. Alright. Oh, this next one's really cool. A lady in distress. This picture is actually basically what the cover for the IDW graphic novel looks like. It's like a plesiosaur just destroying the Statue of Liberty. Really cool. New York Inquirer. Back at it again. Comic-Con catastrophe. These poor comic goers getting eaten up. Oh, and they do a little comic on the back to tell the story. At a New York hotel, an esteemed comic book artist shares his views. Comics are just more than just stuff for kids. They reflect real life. Suddenly, oh man. See card 37 for Picnic of Peril. Let's see that. These poor guy got split up. Another little radio broadcast over here. Oh, this one's got a lot going on. Tons of different dinosaurs just going head to head with the army here. There's a really cool one, this awesome action sequence. And our next card up is the Trilobite Terror. This guy's just getting his face eaten up by trilobites. It's a pretty cool one. Horror-y. You got the bug horror going on there. Oh, this one's pretty funny. Wrestling riot. Bunch of wrestlers fighting a dino. Looks like the same one that was at the rock show. And funny enough, they have another back similar to the one at the rock show with live people on it. Battle Royale, Superstar Wrestlers versus one prehistoric beast. Make that 7. Crusher Kowalski just jumped into the ring. Pretty cool. Well, I'm gonna throw this up here. We're running out of room down here. Tuned. Oh, this is interesting. This guy looks like he's like embedded in this Tyrannosaur. So in the comics, when these dinosaurs appear, they're almost like a energy matter at first, almost like teleporting. So maybe this guy was standing in the field when this thing appeared. The first guy that runs into a dino goes into the energy field and he ages super quick and like basically decays and dies. So I wonder if that's what happened here in a different way. Huh. Interesting. I'm totally gonna have to read the little stories on these things as time goes on. Oh, this is a pretty... The filming of the latest Godzilla movie was crashed by a dinosaur. Godzilla, Godzuki. Clearly, Godzilla reference here. Dig it. Business lunch. Little dinosaur creeping in on the office. Alright guys, we're in the home stretch here now. We have the Meltdown card, number 44. 11 cards left. This lady's face is melting off. This fire is just complete catastrophe here, man. It looks like it's a nuclear reactor that's melting down. Oh boy. These pictures are great. Oh my god. Oh wow. It's the lizards are coming for the guys, and look what the next card is. It's the newsroom that those two guys were just talking about. Getting crashed by the dinosaurs. Oh my god, that's great. The transition between cards, please stand by, is great with these. Oh, what's this? Grip of Horror. Looks like a man's hand. Did one of the people turn into a giant monster at the end of this book? Although it has a long nail, actually. Never mind, it doesn't look like a man's hand. Let's see, you got 1, 2, 3 fingers, maybe a pinky under there. I don't know. Interesting. Oh, here, we get to see what it is. The Supreme Evil. It looks like a demon dinosaur thing. Wow. Monstrous beyond belief. Feel my life. The Supreme Monstrosity. The Saurian. Nope. This is back to the lab. Here, the guy's still getting pulled, it looks like, into the screen, I see. Alright. Pretty cool. It's almost like a transition of... I feel like it should have been this card, then the Supreme Evil, because in the Supreme Evil, the dude's in his hand. Here, he's still going to pull through the screen. Alright. Oof. This looks like this is when the dinosaurs start losing, because now the dinosaurs are getting destroyed. Skin being ripped off their bones, heads coming off. This girl might survive, who knows if she doesn't get sucked in with them. I'm running out of space, guys, so if my form here starts to look messy. Gruesome fate, look at this. The spine's literally being ripped out of these dinos here. They're being like erased. Really cool. Well, I guess this is spoilers for the comics, but you know what? I'm still excited to see how it goes down. The Twister. Oh, it's like a timeline tornado, it looks like. They're getting sucked back through time. Pretty cool. I'm telling you, like I said, the comic book is very over the top. Sci-fi, super campy sci-fi. You got a scientist that's like an Einstein that also has multiple personalities, so like a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, but also has ESP. I mean, there's a lot going on in the series. That's supposed to be Thorn. His wife, his ex-wife in the comic book is Helen, so I guess, spoiler alert, he dies. And the Prometheus explodes. Let's go back to the first card here. Before and after. And the final card in the set is, I guess this is supposed to be Helen, and there's a dinosaur overlooking Earth. Looks like Earth gets destroyed. They send the dinosaurs back, but they don't have much of an Earth to go back to. Pretty cool. So that's all 55 comics. The forward, I suppose, is the first card, and the list that I showed you guys at the beginning, the checklist, is the 55th card, and then we have the 11 stickers. Like I said, I'm really enjoying this series. The cards, for 34-year-old cards, look like they're brand spanking new. And here's just one more little overview of them all. What one was your guys' favorite? I mean, let me know. Comment down below. And thank you for watching the Major Squad. Catch you next time.